Holmes was a quiet, shy university student who was put on an SSRI by the I forget the name of the university he was in, but by one of the doctors in the university. He becomes disinhibited and much less shy and begins to keep a diary and gives a great description of the effects of SSRIs on him. He's becoming manic and disinhibited, and he buys a motorbike, he buys guns, he goes to a shooting range and starts shooting.
Hmm.
Never had done any
Hmm.
of this before.
Basically, his whole
Uh,
personality changes.
yeah, yeah. And he starts thinking and talking about plans to shoot a bunch of people. He goes along to his doctor, who increases the dose of the pills, who he says to her, look, if you knew the thoughts going through my mind, you'd lock me up. And she looks at him and says, well, you're responsible for what you do. She doesn't think the drug could be causing the problem.
Right.
Okay. So Holmes goes into the movie theater and shoots
Hmm.
dead 12
Hmm.
people and shoots and injures
Hmm.
72 others.
And
Okay.
was he disgruntled about something, or is this just sort of like
No,
spontaneously he just has the notion in his mind that he's going to commit violence for no apparent reason?
no, there's a little trend in his thinking. He's a very introverted, shy kind of character who is slightly misanthropic. He's
I
not
see.
enthusiastic about other people. Okay.
So
But
maybe
it's
he wasn't
all
having social
terribly,
success and he developed
yeah,
a misanthropic viewpoint.
well, not gross misanthropy. It was just, the kind of thing where, I mean, some people love other people, others just are, wary about other people
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not usually enthusiastic about them. There was nothing particularly pathological here. Um, but anyway, there's a few interesting angles to this. The defense team got in touch with me and said, look, we'd like you to come and look at the case. And from what they were saying, I wasn't hugely convinced that there was anything here to look at. It was only when I ended up in jail talking to him that I became convinced that, yes, absolutely, this drug had caused him to do what he did. He'd he was off the drug this time. He had been in jail for a while. At some point while he was in jail, they put him back on an SSRI and he became suicidal and tried to kill himself in jail.
Hmm.
I ended up interviewing both his parents afterwards who didn't know he was on an SSRI and might have had anything to do with his case. After all of this had happened, both of his parents, at one point or another got treated with an SSRI by their doctor, and both had reactions like his.